Hello, once again, this is Antonio, and I'm coming at you with another exciting video. I tried to do this video last night, but for some reason, I had a little power outage in my office, so I had to come in and make sure that I do this video because to me, I love reporting about the news and every aspect of the news, and I definitely want to speak about what was going on in Louisville, Kentucky. So, without further ado, for the people that don't know me and new to the channel, my name's Antonio, and we talk about the news and other perspectives on this channel. So we are talking about the mass shooter that took place at the bank in Louisville, Kentucky. And my total opinion about it is I believe in the Second Amendment, but I also believe that people don't need, if you want to leave this world, leave the world by yourself. Leave people alone. So as of yesterday, and like I said, I wanted to do this video yesterday, but I had a little power outage. So 5 killed, 8 injured in downtown Louisville shooting. Suspected gunman deleted. All right, so let's play this. And then we're going to speak more about what we have learned about this young.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us as we start a new week together. We do want to begin tonight with yet another deadly mass shooting in America. Tonight, the city of Louisville, Kentucky is reeling after 4 people were killed and 9 others wounded when a 25-year-old gunman live streaming.
So actually it's 5 people. So that was earlier when actually it's 5 people and not 4. Some people were fighting for their life. And let's continue. I just want to give that update to the story.
The attack opened fire with a rifle inside a bank where he worked. Police showed up in just 3 minutes. He was killed in a shootout that has a rookie officer clinging to life. That officer shot in the head has been on the force for just 10 days. The 4 people killed today at the Old National Bank were between 40 and 64 years old. One of those killed was a close friend of Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear, who fought back tears and called all of the victims irreplaceable, amazing individuals. President Biden called the shooting senseless and once again urged Congress to take action on gun reform. We are not even 100 days into the year, and there have already been 146 mass shootings in this country.
So let me briefly say what's considered a mass shooting when there are 3 or more people. That's considered a mass shooting, and a lot of mass shooting are actually domestic cases. But let's carry on nevertheless.
CBS's Roxana Saberi reporting. Good evening, Roxana.
Good evening, Nora. Flags at all state buildings here in Kentucky are flying at half staff to honor the victims in today's mass shooting. Police are trying to figure out why the gunman, who started working as an intern in 2018 at the bank behind me and who had a business degree, turned violent, killing some of his colleagues.
333 Main Old National Bank. Another caller advising possibly 8 to 9 people have been shot.
Calls to 911 started coming in just after 8:30 this morning. Within 3 minutes, police officers arrived at Old National Bank in downtown Louisville. The suspect fired his rifle at them, and police immediately began to exchange gunfire.
I have a description of a white male, Connor, 6 feet tall, light blue shirt, dark colored pants.
Shots to start firing.
Troy Haste saw the gunman moments before running for cover.
Whoever's next to me got shot and hit bloods on me from it.
Louisville Metro Police have identified the lone gunman as 20.
I wonder why they put his LinkedIn picture up there. They should have put this bastard a mug shot of this person. I don't like to see the smile, because when the people look at this person, he's looking like a victim. But no, you took 5 innocent people from this earth, and then you got additionally 8 people fighting for their life. And I don't like this. I don't like this picture of him.
Sturgeon, an employee at the bank.
Ultimately, the suspect did die at the scene. We're trying to confirm if that suspect died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound or was killed by officers at this time.
When it was over, 4 people were shot and killed, 9 taken to a nearby hospital, including rookie officer Nick on the job just 10 days, who was shot in the head. Tonight, SWAT teams and investigators are at the suspect's home searching for a motive.
He's texted a friend, called a friend, left a voicemail. He's going to kill everyone at the bank, feeling suicidal.
Governor Andy Barrett was visibly shaken.
We lost 4 children of God today, one of whom was one of my closest friends.
Caleb Goodlet's panicked wife, a bank employee, called him from a locked vault.
We heard multiple shots, and then everything got quiet. That's when ambulance started arriving.
Officer Wilt remains in critical but stable condition. Louisville's police chief credits her officers' bravery and quick action for saving lives and preventing even more serious injuries. Nora?
Roxana Saberi, thank you.
All right, so let's stop that there. Let's stop that there. And that, as we said, let's go over CNN. And because CNN had some, updated coverage, because let's refresh this. Actually, let's see if we can refresh this. With CNN, they kept ongoing coverage. President Biden, he did get a chance to speak to the governor about the situation. The death toll from Louisville mass shooting climbs to 5 people. The death toll in the Louisville shooting has risen to 5 people. The Louisville Metro Police Department said late Monday. President Biden spoke by phone to Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear Monday evening about the shooting at the Louisville bank that left 4 people deleted, the White House said. In a statement earlier Monday, Biden called out Republicans what he said is a lack of action to protect communities. He said Congress needs to act on things like requiring safe storage of guns and background checks. The Louisville mayor talks about losing a very close friend in the mass shooting. So the governor lost a close friend in that mass shooting. And additionally, the mayor lost a very close shooting. All right, so survivor of workplace gun violence himself, Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg said he lost a very close friend, Thomas Elliot, in the Old National Bank shooting. Greenberg said he was Elliot's wife. He was with Elliot's wife at the hospital early on Monday morning. Elliot, a senior vice president at the bank, was also a close friend of Governor Andy Beshear. So Elliot was not only a friend of the mayor, he was a friend of the governor. So that tells me if you have friends, sometimes you are a good person. And I'm guessing that Mr. Greenberg's friend Elliot was a great person. All right, it's painful. It's painful for all the families I know, he said, speaking with CNN's Jack Tapper. It just hits home in a unique way when you know one of the victims so well. The mayor said he also visited Louisville Metro Police Officer Nicholas Wilt at the University of Louisville Hospital, saying he made it through surgery and is in serious condition at the hospital right now, but he's in great hands. Greenberg said he handed Wilt his graduation diploma from the police department just a week and a half ago. I paid a visit to his academy class that was there at the hospital, offering to support him, offering to support he and his family today. All right, this is somebody else. I witnessed people being deleted. Bank manager says she saw shooting during a virtual meeting. Rebecca Botchheit Sims, a manager at Old National Bank, told CNN she virtually witnessed the shooting Monday through her computer during a Microsoft Teams meeting. Shortly after the meeting started, the gunman, he's not an employee, he's dead. He was. So let's put him in past tense, okay? Start shooting up the conference room Butch Hype Sims said, I witnessed people being deleted. I don't know how else to say that. I'm just as much as shocked and the disbelief, and was in disbelief as I watched it unravel. She said of the incident, which she said happened very quickly. Butch Height Sims said she didn't directly work with the gunman, Connor Sturgeon, but knew him because his father was her son's high school basketball coach, and her husband was an assistant coach. So let's stop right there. When you do acts of violence, you don't only alienate yourself, you alienate your family. And that's what make things bad. That's make things terrible. But knew him. Okay, she describes Sturgeon as someone with just kind of a monotone personality. His temperament pretty low key. I never seen a kid get angry, upset about anything in public. He was pretty much just relaxed, she said. Butch Height Sims, and I may be butchering her name, said she didn't know anything about Sturgeon having any grievances or previously making any threats. She called him extremely intelligent. All right. So he was smart enough to mask his personality. But let's talk what we know about this the leader here. Let's just play this 2-minute video and see what we know about Connor Sturgeon.
2 hours after the shooting, and ATF agents began searching a home in the camp. We know they're also going door to door, asking for ring camera video, things that particular home in a Camp Tabor neighborhood was listed as an address for the shooter.
Travis Breeze and photojournalist Paul Dunsford were there on the scene when police.
An LMPD SWAT.
Now this is what you do when you alienate your family. You get this type of reaction. They already know that you are deleted. Don't know if your family are some type of wavelength. So what they're going to do, they're going to take precaution, and you're going to have this embarrassment at your front door. This is not how you want to live, folks. But let's carry on.
SWAT team rolled camp room of Connor Sturgeon around 2:45 p.m. Monday. Officers resistance.
Let's go walk your dog or whatever.
People live in Taylor Avenue react to the scene downtown and also trying to recall any previous exchanges.
You never spoke to him or waved at him or anything?
Not that I can remember.
To live next to one, I mean, I can't say nothing bad about the guy. I was never scared or afraid or had fear of them. They're very nice people.
Kira Algier lives right next to Sturgeon and at least one roommate. We were able to speak with her as soon as police took down the crime scene tape.
Never heard no kind of violence, never heard noise from them. Very respectful.
Yeah.
Probably like your favorite neighbor.
According to News and Tribune in New Albany, Sturgeon was a star track basketball athlete at Floyd Central High School, and his dad was the coach for a time. A forensics team walking out lab, but that officer would not have a piece of evidence.
Just understand hurt people's, brother, sister.
The SWAT team did no time to explore all motives in this shooting. Travis Breeze, WHAS 11 on your side.
Now, a spokesperson for Floyd Centric has not responded to our request for comment, but we'll tell you in an email to families, Floyd Central's principal, Dr. Rob Willman, said that they have several students and staff members who are close to the situation. He adds they will have additional counseling services available today for both students and staff. Coverage of this mass shooting continues this morning, right after. Good morning.
Question is, Did he leave any messages as to why he did some of these acts? You took so many people from the range of 40 and on up. The highest person I see here, the slain is Joshua Barrick, 40. He's the youngest. He just starting to hit the prime of his life. You have Thomas Elliot, was the friend of the governor and the mayor of Louisville. James Tutt, 64. Deana Eckert, 57. And Juliana Farmer. So everybody ranged from 40 and on up. The youngest person, the youngest victim, was actually a member of the police force that the mayor spoke about briefly. All right, so Louisville Metro Police Department interim chief Jacqueline Gwen Valerio identified the gunman as Connor Sturgeon and said he worked at the bank. Of course, we already know this information. Police said on Twitter that he was 25 years old. Let's be clear about this. This was an evil act of targeted violence, Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg said. The mayor said he was also a survivor of a workplace shooting. To the people who survived, whether you were physically hurt or not, I know that you are hurting too, he said. The gunman, who was shot and killed by responding officers, Gwen Villarreal, told reporters during an afternoon press conference. She said the gunman was live streaming during the rampage. This guy was on a different level of the pain and the disrespect that he did towards the people that he was targeting. Unfortunately, that's tragic to know that the incident was out there and captured. So we're hopeful that we can have the incident removed, that footage removed, the chief said. So this guy live streamed his deletion. Very sad. Deputy Chief Paul Humphrey said during an earlier press conference that investigators believe the gunman acted alone. There's no active threat, he said. 3 people have been in critical condition at the University of Louisville Hospital, including a police officer, Gwen Villarreal said. Officer Nicholas Wilt, a 26-year-old graduate from the police academy at the end of March, was shot in the head and was in critical but stable condition after the surgery, the chief said. A bullet grazed another officer and the third suffered minor injuries. So technically 2 officers came in contact with a bullet, but 3 in total was actually sustained some kind of injury. 3 victims were listed in non-critical condition and 3 victims have been treated and released. So that's good, right? So that's 6 people that's been treated and released. In addition to 1 cop is in critical, the other one was grazed, and another cop sustained some kind of injury. Governor Andy Beshear and Greenberg told reporters Elliot was their friend. The governor had earlier said he lost another friend in the rampage, but he said during the afternoon press conference that he was misinformed and the friend was actually okay. A third friend of the governor's was hurt in the shooting and was being treated in the hospital. So the governor had many friends working at this one bank. Beshear called Elliot one of the closest friends and said Elliot helped him build his law career, become governor, and gave him advice on how to be a good dad. He's one of the people I talk to most in the world. Very rarely we'll be talking about my job, Beshear said. He was an incredible friend. The governor urged people to support the victims' families. I think we need most right now, in a word, is love, Beshear said. They're going to need that love, and we need love for each other. So, like we already said, I'm not going to read that last part because President Biden did speak. So I wanted to present this information. I saw it. I was supposed to do the video on yesterday. I suffered power outage, so I'm doing the video today. This is Antonio with Team Tiggio. Please like this video, share this video, as we're going to keep coming to you with more bangers on this channel. And once again, we will see you in the next video.